Lansing said, patting the boy's shoulder. I have to meet some people. Oh. CJ had a hard time hiding his disappointment. Do you still want me to go back to the office when I'm finished? Yeah, that'll be fine. Hello, Sheriff, Velma sang as she came out of the kitchen carrying a plate of food. A cup of coffee? I'll have one in the back. She set the plate of food on the counter. You're not eating with CJ? Sorry, I've got work to do. I know, Velma said very seriously. I heard about poor Sheriff Fulton and his wife. She reached across the counter and patted CJ's hand. And this poor boy had to see everything. She tried to sound secretive. John told me somebody murdered them. What do you think really happened? Right now, I'm not sure about anything. Lansing saw Dr. Miles sitting at a table in the back. She was alone. He would have preferred if Sheridan was there before he joined her, but he wanted to escape Velma's questions. Excuse me, there's someone I have to talk to. He approached the table. Do you mind if I join you? I was waiting for Agent Sheridan. Her tone indicated Lansing was not necessarily welcome. I know. I needed to speak to him. He suggested I join you two here at the diner. Oh, he did. There was a touch of resignation in her voice. Then by all means have a seat. Thank you. Lansing sat across the table. He wasn't sure why there was still animosity between them after 10 years. He assumed it was the same resentment toward white men that seethed in many Native Americans. Kelly approached with a pot of coffee. She turned Lansing's empty cup over and filled it. It's just terrible about Bill and Emily Fulton, she said. Yeah, terrible. Lansing tried to indicate he wasn't interested in discussing the issue. He picked up his cup and took a sip. Thank you, Kelly. Do you want to order anything? In a minute. Okay, I'll be back. Lansing sensed the waitress's disappointment. Kelly really wanted to know what was going on. In a little town like Las Palmas, the murder of an ex-sheriff was big news. Besides, everyone knew Bill and Emily Fulton. They were neighbors and friends. The community had a right to know what was going on. He just didn't have anything to tell them yet. I overheard a couple of people talking, Miles said. What a tragedy. I understand it was a double suicide? We're still piecing things together. At the moment, Lansing didn't have a problem with the suicide rumor. If indeed he was dealing with 2 murders, he didn't want the public to panic. Before the topic could be pushed any further, Agent Sheridan arrived. I'm sorry I'm late, Sheridan apologized, seating himself. Being a one-man field office gets a little hectic, especially if your evidence is spread out all over the countryside. Kelly approached with her coffee pot. Sheridan didn't push the conversation any further until she had taken their breakfast orders. He began again once they were alone. I know you have something you want to talk about, Sheriff. Before we get started, there were a couple of questions I wanted to ask Dr. Miles while they were still fresh in my mind. Certainly, Lansing agreed. Dr. Miles, what can you tell me about Cuartalejo management? What do you mean? I guess I don't quite understand how the Jicarilla government works. It's structured somewhat after the federal government with executive, judicial, and legislative branches. Yes. And all of the resources belong to the tribe as a whole. And that's true. Where does something like the Cuartalejo Management Company fit in? The tribal council, the tribal judges, the president, and his staff ensure the laws of the tribe are upheld. They also make sure our resources are managed properly. They look out for the general welfare of the tribe. The Jicarilla Cattlemen's Association, the Sheepmen's Association, and Cuartalejo Management are all privately owned businesses or co-ops. The tribal council regulates them just the way the federal government regulates AT&T or Delta Airlines. What exactly does Cuartalejo manage? Originally, it was a land management company. It was formed about 15 years ago when the tribe bought Horse Lake Ranch, so we could expand the reservation. They were so successful in turning a profit from the ranch that the tribe turned over Stone Lake Lodge for them to manage. Unfortunately, that operation went bust. By then, it didn't matter. Most of the board members also belonged to the tribal council. Whenever a contract came up for renewal, Cuartalejo got the contract. After the mine accident last year, the council decided Cuartalejo could do a better job. So now they manage the mines. I'm sure Baltazar Brothers will lose its drilling concession after the well explosion. It's just the way business has evolved on the reservation over the last 40 years. Don't the people in your tribe think the politics are a little soiled? The council members award themselves contracts and skim a little off the top before the rest of the tribes.